My name is Angie Drake. I have a website where we write great content for people called NotYourAverageAmerican.com about responsible travel in the Americas.
Great.
And my click-through rate has tanked since you guys have started doing AI review.
Right.
What are you going to do to compensate?
Are you seeing the decoupling thing?
I want to know what you're going to do to compensate bloggers who don't get clicks on their website because people are getting the information they need in the AI review.
Right.
And I love AI. I love AI. I love Google, but you guys, my click-through rate has just gone.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have.
I bet.
I'm not going to say it at all. Can I just ask, are you seeing a rise in impressions and a drop in clicks? Or you're just seeing
I'm seeing I have seen a rise in impressions. We're getting much more visitors. When everyone was complaining last year about how Google had ruined their websites, we were seeing an uptick in visitors. So we write really good content. We're authoritative.
Sorry, you're seeing more visitors now?
We're seeing more visitors than we were a year ago, but our click-through rate is down.
I mean, you're getting...
I understand, but click-through rate is something that sponsors are looking at.
Okay, so a bunch of things, and I'll try to come back to that. So, first of all, that thing I said from what Liz was saying, I would hope will be encouraging to you, that we know we're going to have changes, and we know people are going to be seeing changes, and some of those changes are going to be changes that makes sense. One thing I often talk about is it used to be like when the Super Bowl would happen, people would do is search for what time's the Super Bowl happen, and all these different newspapers would all literally compete to be #1 for it. And at some point, we just switched to the Super Bowl's at 3 p.m. or it's always at 3 p.m. Stop searching, or 3, whatever. I don't know what time the Super Bowl's at. See, I'd have to search for it again. And they lost traffic because we directly showed you what time the Super Bowl was happening. And relatively unapologetic about that. People want to know from the search engine certain factual information, and they don't expect that they then have to jump into a page that explains them 10 paragraphs on the history of the Super Bowl when it started. I don't want to take away from what you're saying, though. When people are producing really unique, valuable, helpful information, and it's, we want to ensure that we're rewarding that, and we should be rewarding that. Because if you're not rewarding it, then that information's there, and like I said, at the very base level, then we don't get to keep doing what we're trying to be doing. If you just think like the whole base level is we just want to be a company making money. But at a better level, there's a lot of people who go like, we actually want the web to be thriving. So, but there are going to be bumps along the way, and there's going to be all these changes happening, so we need to understand that more. So the feedback, what you're saying, it's not lost. We've heard those sorts of things. It's one reason that we're talking about, think about the, I really am going to get kicked off. Think about the measurement aspect with it from there. We will keep looking at what else we can be doing to kind of help people. I'm actually glad you're getting more people that are coming to you. That's a good thing. And I'm going to have to get kicked out. And that's not an excuse of it from there. But what I would say is it's well understood, and you are not alone in people who are saying, there's this big revolution happening, and we can see that it's helpful for users, we can see it's helpful for search engines. We want to go along for the ride, and we do want you to go along for that ride too, and it's still part of what we're going to be figuring out. So, thank you.